Well, I'm Patrick Magee, sports writer for the Sun Herald. I'm here with East Central head coach Seth Smith. This is a special edition of Prep Talk. We're here at East Central in Hurley and talking about Saturday's big game for a state title with Noxubee County. Coach, we all know the atmosphere in Hurley has been, overboard, crazy. People are into it. What's it like this week leading up to the game?
Equally as special, and let me start by saying thank you to our community, thank you to our fans and the support. Friday night was a memory we'll take the rest of our life, and that win, it was equally important having our fans be as loud as into it, so they were as much as a part of that win as our kids were.
This Noxubee County, they're kind of regarded as kind of the South Panola 4A. Really put out a lot of talented players. Looking at this team, what kind of a challenge y'all face this Saturday?
Yeah, they are. There's no doubt. That would be a great analogy. I think they've won 3 of the last 4. But one thing that's encouraging about our kids, at no point have they ever showed fear. It's a fearless group of kids who, when we get off that bus on Saturday and it's time to play, we will play them equally as hard as any opponent we played, and if we do that, we'll give ourselves a chance.
Do you think that tight game Friday was almost a good thing for your guys going into a game like this? I
do, because, that's the first time in 8 weeks that Tony Brown's played in the fourth quarter. So it was great to get a full game in, and it was great to, see how our kids could handle the pressure. And it was neat to see how they didn't fold. They just kept believing in each other, and we were fortunate enough to win.
Did y'all think that y'all were going to have to find different ways to get Tony involved other than just, because he got his hands involved a lot of different ways on kick returns, passing game, everything. Did y'all go into that game thinking we got to get Tony involved in a lot of different ways?
Well, we knew we wanted to start the game up and go for the bomb, which was fortunate enough to work because we felt like it would be a matchup situation, which favored us. And then just in special teams and the remainder of the game, it was just Tony being Tony. And the kid's got he's got a God-given gift, and he works hard at his craft. And what you saw Friday, what you've seen throughout the year, he does honestly week in and week out. He's a special kid and a special player.
The defense has been very good all season. What do you think about your group coming out of Friday's game and into this title game? What's got to happen for y'all to be successful on that side of the ball?
I'm encouraged. Again, they've been the #1 defense in the state all year, and I know, the last couple of weeks they've given up a few points, and this is an excuse, but I'll make it for them. The past 2 weeks against Poplarville and South Pike, they've had over 70 snaps. That's almost 30 more snaps than they averaged throughout the regular season, and I think we only had 34 snaps on offense. So all those things play into it, and the other thing is just you're playing good teams. Poplarville was the #1 team in the state for a reason. They're well coached, they've got great players, and they scored 45 points. They had to earn every point, but that was a really good team.
Last question: how rewarding is it to play for a state championship at a program that's never been in that position before?
Man, I don't even know if there are words, Patrick. Honestly, I think I've cried so much I need an IV, but it's tears of joy. I'm just very. You can't thank God enough. It's very humbling and rewarding to know that you get to be a small piece of this puzzle. You get to go along this journey with these kids, and again, memories we'll take with us the rest of our life. And what a springboard forward for our program. Because even during our 1-10 year, even during that year, we talked state championship. That was our platform. We're gonna get there. And that doesn't happen if those kids don't believe that, and they've believed that. And here we are 4 years later, getting to go to Oxford.
Thanks for watching this week. We'll be there in Oxford, and be sure to check sunherald.com for all the live updates.